All right, Chris. It wasn't easy, but I got her done. It's not the prettiest, but I think it will definitely make the trip. My name is Chris, and welcome to the Camper Dan File. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're at the junkyard, and it looks like I actually have some competition today. Over here is a R50 Pathfinder with a SE luggage rack. Also managed to get the second closest spot to the entrance today. I'm only here for a handful of parts for a fellow viewer, but there's also some cool and interesting R50 parts that are in the yard that I'm still debating on whether or not if I'm gonna pull any of them. So let's go inside and see what we can find. All right, guys, so we just arrived at the Nissan SUV section. We're now checking out this 1998 Infiniti QX4 in gold, and it has three of the things that I'd be interested in. It has 3-wheel center caps out of the 4, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab these 3. And another cool thing I wasn't expecting to find today: a black front privacy cover. And this one looks like it's in exceptionally good shape. So I'm gonna grab this guy too. Has a couple of scratches, but we can still sell it. If any of you guys out there interested in this, let me know and I'll get it to you. Wow, talk about going from nothing to something, guys. So here's what's left of a 2000 Nissan Xterra. And trust me, there's more things that you guys are gonna see here in this video that's gonna be quite interesting. But look at this. What? 5-speed 4x4. So you guys know what I'm doing, right? Yeah. Bro, I already took the shift knob off for the transfer case. But man, this thing, this shifter lever sits really tall, but I like it though. Hell yeah. I can see myself banging through gears on this thing. Wow. Wow, yeah, I'm taking this shifter boot. Man, it's sad to see this thing in here, because this is the first time that I've come across one that was actually 4-wheel drive that was a manual. I mean, this one has some options, guys. It has cruise control, right? It also has a sunroof. Are you kidding me? We were able to grab our shifter boot. Here it is. Here's another Xterra. We don't care about this one. It's a 4-wheel drive automatic. Check out this beast right here. Another interesting find. This one's a 2000. And look at what's inside, guys. You see that? This one's a manual 2-wheel drive. I've seen my fair share of these. We're not gonna bother going after that shifter boot, because the 4-wheel drive ones, in my experience, they're more sought after. Not saying that the 2-wheel drive ones aren't worth pulling. It's just I already have a 4-wheel drive one. There's no sense in getting a 2-wheel drive unless I happen to sell the 4-wheel drive shifter boot right away. So here's an R50 Pathfinder. This one's categorized as black, but it's definitely not black. It has some kind of rhino liner on it. Maybe we will. So this is one of 2 reasons why I came to the junkyard, guys. This is a 1998 R50 Pathfinder with a factory installed tire carrier. What? And there's actually 2 of them here, side by side. Although this one's a little bit rusty. It has a little bit of surface rust going on. But I think even with that, it'll still be worth it. Now, I'm not pulling these. I used to pull these all the time, pretty much anytime I came across them. But not really interested in taking up a bunch of storage space in my garage. I'm still in the market for an aluminum tire carrier. As much as I do come across these steel spare tire carriers, in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before the aluminum one shows up. They're rare. In my particular case, because of what I do for a hobby, I have a high probability of coming across this thing. Yes, there's other R50 enthusiasts here in the Vegas area that I'm competing with. I'll give you a prime example. There was a R50 that was dropped off in my yard, closest to my house once upon a time. Had some worn manual locking hubs on it and a 2-inch lift. I went to go check it out and everything was gone. All the suspension components, including the lift and the worn manual locking hubs. And when I released that video, the R50 owner in question was poking fun at me. And he also went on to say that, hey, you're not the only one in Vegas that's building an R50. And he's absolutely right. And, you know, I didn't throw any shade his way. I congratulated him because at the end of the day, he got there first. Unfortunately for me, I was stuck at work. But, yeah. The last time I pulled one of these was, I don't know, last summer. I sold it to one of my subscribers down in Phoenix. He drove up, came and grabbed it, and I want to say in about a week, he had it mounted on his R50 already. So, yeah, they're still kicking about with tire carriers on them. There was plenty of these things made this way. The 99.5, it's a unicorn of sorts. Guys, you're not gonna believe what I just came across. So here's what's left of a 2004 Nissan Xterra in yellow. Yeah. Someone was just inquiring about one of these the other day too. So you know what I'm gonna do, right? All right, one supercharger acquired, guys. So we got the supercharger and the bypass valve here. I think one of the component that would be a good thing to have is gonna be the intake plenum here. So we're gonna go ahead and take this guy too. Might as well. All right, guys, the supercharger and the upper intake plenum has been acquired, and just in time too, because these two gentlemen, they're taking the hood. Yeah, this truck is completely clean, guys. It's not even bashed up or anything. It's a shame to see it in here, but I'm glad we scored on the supercharger though. Now we're gonna redirect our attention to our 99.5 here. So off of this guy, we're gonna take the two luggage rack roof rails. All right, guys, so we got our luggage rack roof rails off of this 99.5. Well, let me show you guys something interesting. And this is why it pays to know what you're looking at. You guys see the year that they have this thing classified under? And the easiest way to tell, let me start back here. See the third brake light? 2003 does not have this itty bitty brake light. You have the 9 bulb setup, which is substantially bigger. But another way to know for sure is right here. And then if you're still not sure after seeing that badge, because again, people pull these all the time, look inside. You see the dash? You see the seats? 99 2000 is the last time the interior would have looked like this, mainly the dash. I looked at it right away and knew it was a 99.5, but they had it classified as an 03. I didn't even notice that until I was at the back of the rig trying to get the luggage racks loose there. This is another 99.5. This one has no frills, no sunroof, no nothing. It is a 4-wheel drive though, and power windows, of course. I've only seen one example of an R50 that was like a 96 through 99 that had hand crank windows, and it blew me away because you never see them like that. See how small the third brake light is? Just like its black counterpart over there. Back to our Nissan Xterra. I was looking at this guy because there is a member of Empora that actually has a set of these wheels on a 99.5 R50, which is also equipped with our beloved rear spare tire carrier, the aluminum variant. But yeah, guys, this thing was supercharged, but it wasn't four-wheel drive. It was a two-wheel drive automatic. Yeah. And it looks like this rig came all the way to us from Oatman, Arizona, Route 66. Or someone that has been to Oatman. But still, we know that this vehicle was once in Oatman at some point, whether it was passing through or if the owner was native to Oatman. I've been there a couple of times. If you haven't visited and you're in the area, I definitely recommend going and checking it out. It's a really fun town. Lots of stuff to see and do there. Oh, here's our belts. And the pulley system for our supercharger. Someone was actually already working on taking things apart, and for whatever reason, they stopped and just went elsewhere. But I ain't complaining. Because like I said, this wasn't something that I came here for. I knew this Xterra was here, but a supercharger never crossed my mind. Like I seen it, I was like, oh, it's a yellow one. I mean, they're not exactly rare in this color. And usually when I find them, they're never supercharged. There's one thing I wish that I could find though. The cover for the pulley on the supercharger. That's not here. And again, I'm extremely confused. Why did somebody go through all the time and hassle to remove the drive accessories and not take the supercharger? I mean, look at this. They had this stuff in bags. They had it in a Ziploc bag. So what is going on here? I mean, what am I missing, guys? Yeah, seriously. I'm surprised, guys, because I came back and these tire carriers are still here. Nobody touched them. So I'm going to take the best one out of the two. The only issue that I have with this one is that it has a little bit of surface rust here. But that's nothing the wire wheel and some paint can't fix. So I guess we're going to take this one. This is going to be going to a subscriber down in Florida. I'm going to start by getting these bits of hardware first. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the spare tire removed. In this case, it's just being held in place by a singular lug nut. So we'll get that off, get the spare tire off, and we'll get the tire carrier itself removed along with the supporting hardware. All right, so we have our tire carrier removed from the donor R50 here. There were a few viewers of the short that I posted about both of these tire carriers that were inquiring about the support bracket that's on the internal side of this quarter panel. And if I were working on this for myself, what I would do is just cut the body of the R50 here right above this line, and then down and over here, and just take this entire section. Because I have seen one other example of somebody, I guess, extracting it from the inside of the R50. And it's a pretty tedious task. I don't think I'd be up to that. Now, the only other concern is cutting into your R50 and then welding this in place. But for you experienced welders out there, that's a pretty straightforward task. Weld it in, and then that way you get the rigidity of the internal support structure. Because what everyone else is doing is just drilling holes using a rivet tool and then calling it a day. And if you ever run into a situation where your spare tire bottoms out on the trail, like it gets hung up on a rock or something, then it pinches your quarter panel back here and wrinkles things up. One other YouTuber I found actually fabricated their own support structure for the internals of the quarter panel here, and it looked pretty robust. That's also another thing that you can do if you're an experienced fabricator and welder. You can go that route also. But for something like this, like if you're requesting me to like cut this out for you, I don't think I'll be willing to do that. And it's not going to be cheap. You know, by the time you're done paying me to cut this out and ship it to you, you might as well just fabricate something. That's just my 2 cents. All right, guys, so we got our tire carrier loaded. It's in this box. Our mounting hardware is going to be in this box. And this is a QX4 headlamp assembly that's going to be shipped off to an eBay customer. So there you go. Thanks again for stopping by the Camper Dan Files. My name is Chris. If you've enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a like. And while you're at it, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep using your Pathfinder as a Pathfinder, on or off the pavement. And since you're already here, just go ahead and check out this next video.